It's been a nice process. I think the guys here are phenomenal, and being a part of the group here and just trying to just pick other people's brains and being a part of such a great coaching staff. AG's been a phenomenal D-backs coach, so I'm enjoying my time down here, and I'm just trying to learn and grow and stay green and run with these young guys.
Is it odd at all coming in and like having to be that instant, veteran leader?
No, no. I've always felt like I've been surrounded by some great guys throughout my tenure in the NFL, and now it's my time to be that guy that guys can look to for advice, whether it be on the field or off the field advice. I feel like I've experienced a lot in my lifetime, and I think it's my job and one of my duties as a older guy here to be able to impart that upon the young guys, so they may not make the same mistakes, and that they can grow and become all that they can be in this league.
AG says you're adaptable to any scheme, and also he says you're pretty comfortable in the box or whether or not you're playing center field. Is there a comfort level that you feel best with, or?
Playing football is where I'm comfortable. Honestly, because I've played on, I think, 9 or 10 different defensive coordinators. So being able to have that wealth of knowledge of being able to, you have to be versatile whenever you go to different schemes. And I've played both positions, and I've done very well at both positions. And I think within this defense, it allows, 2 safeties, 3 safeties, sometimes 4 safeties, on the field at a time. So it creates a lot of havoc for the opposing team. And I think that's the great thing about this defense is it's not just this is the set defense. We bring from a lot of different formations, a lot of different personnel groupings, and we change things up often. And it allows me to kind of play. And the best thing about what I'm able to do is be a playmaker. Don't just put me in one spot and tell me just have fun there. No, I like to move around. I like to have fun. I like to be able to see the ball, go get the ball, and sometimes I like to play deep. So this defense, it allows me to do that, but really just allow me to play freely along with the other guys.
How much did you talk to Roman Harper?
Say it again?
How much did you talk to Roman Harper before signing here?
Oh, that was he was not quite my agent, but he might as well have been one of my agents. Roman and I have become very, very close friends. His family, my family, especially in our time in Carolina. But honestly, he was one of the main reasons why I decided to actually really start negotiating with New Orleans, because he had a chance to talk to Sean, and then he talked to me, and I was like, wow, well, maybe this could work. And then after I got to talking with Sean and everyone, I was like, I really, really enjoy what he's saying, and I really want to be a part of something special that's brewing here in New Orleans.
Did you think at one point it wasn't going to work?
Well, no, I didn't know that. I didn't even know that they were interested in me until he told me about it. That was the funny thing about it.
Roman Harper told you that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I said I didn't quite pay him as my agent, but he's a good friend.
Right.
Did it, pro bono. But no, he told me what to expect too. Within this culture, within this city, within this defense. So it gave me a really good base of what I needed to do to prepare myself for this team, but also what I needed to bring, to help this team win.
But what's the initial, I guess, take on this secondary? I know you've played with some talented secondaries. You hadn't been in the game with these guys, but what's your initial take on it?
These guys can play, and I think the great thing about it is they're super competitive. And the one thing that I'm here to be able to do is help continue to foster that and grow these guys. And I want them to reach their full potential. I don't want them to think just because we did something good, that's good enough. Because if there's something better than good enough, let's go reach that surface. And I think there's this team, and especially this defensive back group, if we continue to nail down the details of which we go about our business every single day, I expect us to be the #1 group in the NFL. Now, to say that is it going to be a work in progress? Absolutely. But I believe with the talent and the preparation that we put in every single day, we have the ability to get there. We'll see once it comes game time. But I believe everything's right here that we need to go out there and get it done.
You said you played for a ton of DCs. What's the longest you ever played in one system?
Well, I mean, in Carolina, we had two different defensive coordinators. So the same defense, but 2 different defensive coordinators. But within every defensive coordinator, they kind of put their twist on things. Same in Philadelphia. I was there for 4 years, but we had 4 different defensive coordinators. So they're going to put their little twist. So you got to be able to adapt, and you got to understand how a coach wants something to play, because it's not always going to be the same way. You could say quarters coverage, but it could be played multitude a different way. So I think that's the learning process. Yeah, I know how to play quarters, but how do you want me to play it, coach? You know, how should I read it? So I think that's just the growing and learning process, and I enjoy it because I never want to feel like I've learned everything that there is to learn. I don't want to feel like it's just another day at football. I try to treat it like it's first day of school every single day. I'm taking notes. I'm paying attention. I got my glasses on. I'm trying to read and study and do all that, and it's fun. It keeps things new and it keeps things fresh.